Hi guys. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully you're having a great day wherever you are. So today I am giving you my update on my 60 days. So I have, it's been official. I have been working out for 60 days. Let me show my little proof. So this is my little tracker that I've been using. So that's all of January, and that is February. Right? No, January, February. Yeah. January, February, and then I'm currently in March. So I even have my award here for the longest move streak. It says there's 61 days, if you guys can see that. So I have I've been doing a thing, right? So far I have, let me get my weights here. My current weight is 256. So that would be a total of 21 pounds since I started. Let me just make sure I'm right, because I think that's my progress. Yeah. So I started at 277 and I'm currently at 256. So that would be a total of 21 pounds that I've lost in the last 2 months. So January, I was 277. February, I was 265. And then my current weigh-in in March, I was 256. So today I thought I would talk about some of my things that I've been going through as far as this whole experience. And, I've been working out every day for the last 61 days. And just some things that I've been going through. And I thought I'll share, some pros and some cons. So obviously the pros is I'm losing weight. So that's great. I feel a lot better. I feel very healthy. I'm waking up, going to bed on time, waking up on time, and do my workout. And I'm very energetic for the day. I've been very focused lately on my job responsibilities and my personal life. So it's been very focused. My breathing has gotten a lot better. So I just think that, as far as health things, it's a win. So that's fantastic. But through my journey, I've been going through this last month, for some reason, it's been just so many obstacles. And I think that I wanted to share it and just let you guys know what I'm going through, and hopefully I can get through it. So one of the biggest obstacles is support from friends and family. Not saying it's not all negative, but just certain things that just the whole, you don't need to lose weight mentality sometimes comes up, and it kind of makes you feel more a false sense of positivity. That you're like, oh yeah, I'm doing great, whatever. But they just kind of tell you that you don't need to be doing it, and it kind of makes you kind of not want to do it. I hope that makes sense. It kind of hurts with my motivation. So that's something that I've been dealing with, to just be like, it's not about what you think, it's about what I think and what I need to do. So that's been number one. Number two is just, I feel like this particular last month, so February, it's just been so much food temptations, as far as other people wanting to get me to eat fast food or junk food, and I'm trying to stick on my diet. That has been just really hard. So I haven't been very consistent with my diet just recently, and I feel like once I had got to that point, at the end of February, it just was really hard. It was just just really bad junk food, like Popeyes, KFC, you name it. It's just been all shoved in my face. Pizza. And I'm just like, hey, I'm doing this. And I guess I'm putting in situations where that's what I have to eat, versus I guess me having something separate to eat, or eating prior, or just kind of being like, you know what, you eat that and I'm going to eat this. I haven't been able to set that boundary and said I'll eat it. And, not necessarily saying that I feel a certain way about it, but I just feel like, where's that support to be like, hey, I'm doing something, whatever. But I guess their goal is not my goal. So that's what I've been keeping that motivation going, just saying they don't mean no harm, right? In their eyes, they're just like, Panda's doing her thing, whatever. You don't need to eat. You don't need to be on this diet, or you don't need to be doing all this. So they just say, well, you need to treat yourself, that type of stuff. When it's just like, no, I don't need to do anything. I don't want to do that, you know. I'm fine, you know, like let me do me, you know. So I don't know if it's, I don't know what it is. I don't think that I want to with confidence say that it's not anyone trying to sabotage me. They mean it with the great intentions, but a little of me is just like, what? You know, why is that happening? So that's been something I've been not suffering with, but I've been dealing with, and it's been kind of hard to stick on my diet. As far as, you know, some of the things that I have to do is just, you know, it makes me want to work out prior harder before I go out with friends and family, because I know that I'm probably going to eat or whatever. So I kind of like front load the pain in a sense, you know, so I'll work out harder prior, or I'll cut down on my calories prior to being around those individuals. But it's just been something that's been really, really hard. So that's something that's been hard. The other one, I guess the third thing that's been really hard is that me and my boyfriend are on two completely different objectives. Okay, so I'm trying to lose weight where he's trying to gain muscle or gain weight, right? So I'm on a lose weight, and I know that, you know, lifting weights and stuff helps, so I do lift some weights and stuff like that. I don't do all cardio, but I am more focused on cardio than he is. But by that, our diets are just completely different. So my diet is more cutting calories and being more on a deficit, where I feel like he's more to gain, you know, I guess more protein and gaining weight. That's what he's on. So it's just been very difficult to have two different goals in the same household. I don't know if anyone else has ever dealt with that, but this has been something that's been so hard to deal with, because it's like he can eat, you know, he's on a different calorie thing than I am. So when it comes to us kind of doing stuff together, the workout is fine, but even our workouts are completely different because we're focused on different things. You know, we're eating differently, or sometimes I feel like he shouldn't be eating the way I'm eating. Like sometimes he'll support me, so he's eating my diet, but for him, that doesn't work for him though. So it's kind of just been this in between, and I think that's another reason why my diet's been off. And again, I don't want to say I'm on a diet. I've been doing more of the time thing, like the intermittent fasting type of thing, as far as the eating window. But what we eat during that window is just 9 days. So it's just, if we try to do completely separate things, I feel like we're going to end up spending way too much money trying to do stuff separate, or I have to overwork out to compensate for what he wants to eat. It's just been a mess. So that's just been my obstacle number 3. If you have some solutions, let me know. Obstacle number 4, interesting enough, four. The other thing I guess that I would bring up is that when I was first doing this in January, I really didn't have anyone giving me any type of advice or anything like that. I was doing my own homework, and that was it. And don't get me wrong, like if I'm working out on a machine or something like that, especially the weights, if I'm working out on a machine and someone comes up to me and they tell me like, hey, you know, sweetie, you're doing that, you know, the wrong way. I don't want you to get an injury. This is how you do it. I am all for that type of advice or feedback. Or if I actually ask you like, hey, I've been interested in trying to use that machine. I don't mind do you mind if I look at how you use it? I just want to know how to do that. And then you want to give me some tips or something. I'm fine with that. But I feel like this last month, for some reason, I was getting feedback or advice that I didn't ask for. Like I didn't ask you any type of feedback. Compared to like my first month, I didn't get, no one talked to me. I was fine. I just put in my headphones and I'm in my zone. But I feel like the last month, February, I just got a lot of people just gave me advice when I didn't ask for it. And it's so annoying. And it's bad advice too. Like the advice I was getting wasn't even good advice. I'm not going to go into what it was, but it just was like, as soon as I would tell somebody who I know for a fact lifts weights or is very healthy, at least have a healthy physique that does this, was like, that's not good advice, you know, whatever. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. So that's been kind of hard, because that's kind of like, not saying it's making me completely uncomfortable, but it's been making me not want to be in the gym at frequently as I used to be. Like now I'm kind of mindful of what times I go, so that I kind of can go when I could just be like left alone. So it's just been very interesting with that. So number 5, I guess, would be that I wasn't always big, right? So I was skinny. I gained weight. I got skinny again. I gained weight, and now I'm on this last one. It's going to be the last one. I'm not gaining any more weight after this one. But this is the next routine. So, and it hasn't been a yo-yo. I'm talking about years between it. Like, I was a chubby kid. And I went through puberty and I got skinny, and I was super skinny. I was skinny through a majority of my life up till, probably my late 20s is when I gained some weight from a relationship. And from that relationship, I gained weight, and then I started losing weight during that relationship. It didn't work out. So I lost a lot of weight, and I was fine for years. Like, I'm talking about probably off top 7 years or so. And then I got into another relationship, kind of got out of the phase of like working out and all that stuff. And then I gained the weight again. So this is where I'm at now, right? So this is the last one I want to be on. So the fifth thing that's been bothering me is kind of going through what I did this before. So it's completely different feeling from it. So that's kind of harder motivation. Like when I grew up, when I lost the weight, high school and everything, in my early 20s, going out, all that stuff, naturally being skinny with no issues, and I gained weight, and then I lost it. It was very motivating throughout, and it wasn't like a big deal. I really didn't look at it like, I just looked at like age and just, my metabolism changed or something like that. So when I gained weight the second time, and now I'm going through this weight loss journey that I'm going through now, it's kind of like I'm constantly thinking about why did I do that? Like, I told myself then that I wasn't going to do it again. I was going to keep this weight off and all that. So I got to I'm very mindful of like what caused that. Is it adult stress, right? Just being more stressed out about things, or, the motivation is just different, and seeing myself lose the 20 pounds and all that, it's not as exciting. It's more like, yeah, I know I could do that. I've seen how I could do that. So I'm just kind of doing what I was doing before, and I know it's going to work, but I'm trying to just be mindful that, hey, do things different where this can be sustainable, and that you can keep doing this at this point, because you can't keep, losing weight and gaining weight like that all the time. So hopefully that makes sense. And I guess my last little thing that I've been keeping myself motivated with all of this is just to be mindful that everyone goes through it, right? You're going to go through these type of journeys, and hopefully you can reflect on them. And it's not all about just your measurements or your scale weight. It's about how you look, how you feel. As you get from this time, I'm looking more at that, like, hey, how do I feel now? Versus I feel like the first time I lost weight, I was more about the look. Like, I just wanted to look smaller. This time I literally want to feel better, and I want to be more healthy from within. So I think that's what's keeping me more motivated this time, and trying to make me learn from my mistakes, and trying to make this more of a lifestyle change than before. So, that's what I've been going through these last 60 days. Hopefully you have enjoyed, or you are enjoying this journey with me, because I'm not done. I'm on day 62 as I'm doing this video. And so I will do another update, of course, at the end of March or early April, and hopefully, you guys can see the changes. If you have been wondering why I have not done any like before and after pictures, it's just because I don't like them. Hopefully you can see it in my face or something like that, but I genuinely am doing this. I genuinely am losing more weight. So hopefully you do believe me as I'm going through this. But it's just, my pictures is just not as significant. I'd rather save that to the end, so I can reflect on that. I am taking pictures, but I don't want to do them with the pictures. I just want to do them at the end of this journey, so that I can truly see it from a full year perspective versus a month to month. I feel like they're not very significant. Then and it wouldn't encourage me the way I think it would, as far as seeing the full year progress. So that's my little 2 cents with that. As far as what I'm doing in March, I'm still doing the same stuff as far as workouts are concerned. So I am more into cardio and I sprinkle weight training in there. I just like cardio. You know, I just zone out. My job requires me to be a big thinker and talk a lot and be very interactive with other people. So just being quiet and zoning out to some music or some podcast or whatever and just clearing my mind is this better with me with cardio. And at the end of it, I always throw in and sprinkle some weight training or some resistant training in there for about 5 to 15 minutes, depending on what I could do. I try to do my max weight that I can do. But that's what I've been doing as far as the weight training. It's not my main focus. It is more cardio for me right now. Maybe that would change, as I get more into it. But right now, that's just how I've been doing. I do a different cardio machine every day. So I do, and I just keep adjusting the resistance to it. So if I'm on a treadmill, I'll adjust that. I think right now on the treadmill, I'm at I think I'm at a 10. I just made a 10. And then elliptical, I'm at 11. The arch trainer is that guy. I think right now I'm at a 2. So that one, I'm still building up to that. And eventually I do have a goal in a couple of months to try the Stairmaster or the rower. Those are some cardio machines that I'm eyeing, but I'm still a little terrified of right now. And for the weight training, I just kind of rotate between, arms and legs and abs and things like that. So that's what I've been doing for that. As far as diet is concerned, I'm just trying to think smarter when I eat. Again, I'm struggling a little bit as far as, making sure that I, get all my nutrition. So I have been using supplements and stuff like that. I think I brought that up before. So I think that sums it up for how I'm doing. And of course I have all my little trackers from my watch and all that stuff that's helping me motivated to give me alerts and stuff to make sure that I'm moving and I'm keeping up with my steps and all that good stuff. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. Again, in 60 days, I'm at 21 pounds lost. I feel great, and I'm still going to keep up doing it. I got this, and I will update you guys at the end of this month. Wish me luck, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.